What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick in here.
And in today's video, we're going to show you exactly how to make real money in wholesaling real estate and really talk to you guys about making that money in wholesaling real estate and tips and tricks for success, stuff you absolutely need to know to be successful in wholesaling real estate, and just to talk to you and see how we can help the people out learning wholesaling real estate. So pretty fired up about this.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about it. So how do you actually make, legit money in this space? Because, there's a lot of people out here saying, how to get your first deal, second deal, has scaled on millions and millions and millions of dollars. But really, I think a lot of people watching this, they're making the regular money in wholesaling real estate and they want to start making it legit. And, what I consider making real money in wholesaling is making enough money where you can go like full time. You have to be part time. You don't have to work the job you don't like. You can actually go out there and start being a full time real estate wholesaler and start actually investing in real estate and everything like that. So pretty exciting, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I think I got the Thanksgiving thing on my mind. I got turkey on my mind and pumpkin pie. So, it's, to me, I've been doing this 19 years. I got to tell you, my biggest fear when I started was I was going to run out of deals.
Yeah.
And you've seen this since the time you work with me. There's never a shortage of deal. The big difference maker, if you're going to do this full time and have a consistent cash flow, is the word. You just have to be consistent.
Yes.
You just have to, even when you're not making money or you're having a bad month, you have to consistently do when you were making money. And that's the problem. Is I find more wholesalers just constantly changing the next exciting thing, and they forgot what got them there. And I'm telling you, it's the same boring thing every day. Your activities towards marketing, lead generation, writing contracts, talking to sellers, working leads. And there's good days and there's bad days. But if you skip days, you will have problems with it. So consistency is probably, honestly, it's the biggest thing I take from it. You have to be consistent. So how do you get consistent? You have to find the discipline within you. You've got to go through a regiment and you got to stick to it.
That is literally what it is. Just being consistent in this business is absolutely everything. What got me my start going out is consistency. And, I'm super excited about this today because we are going to share the secrets, how everyone watching this can make some real money in this business. So are you jacked up?
I'm jacked, dude.
I'm jacked up. I know people's lives are going to be changed. Today is our Thanksgiving special. So usually it's not you and me on a Wednesday, but guys,
it's
Wednesday, my dude.
It's like a Friday though.
It's like a Friday, I guess, but I'm telling you guys, this is our Thanksgiving special. Unfortunately, I can't peddle a course to you guys for a discount today. I mean, what's 50% of $0? Zero. We have a Black Friday special at the end. We'll share with you.
Why do they call it Black Friday?
I don't know. It's something.
They should call it Green Friday because they take everybody's money. Green Friday.
But guys, these gurus are doing everything. They're all giving their email, the big discounts. But what I can tell you guys right now is we are just going to give our thanks to you. That's our Thanksgiving. We are going to thank everyone watching this today by doing an extra one-on-one coaching call today. We're going to go live. We're going to share all the secrets we got. This is our Thanksgiving, discount is more free coaching from us one-on-one. So
maybe we do a BOGO.
A BOGO.
Yeah.
You have to buy something to get a BOGO.
That's true.
There's no buying, guys.
What if they buy a guru's course? We'll throw in ours with it.
How about they don't buy a guru's course?
There you go. If you don't buy a guru's course, we'll throw in ours.
How about this? Since you can't buy my course, we can brag in the comments that we didn't buy a guru's course. But guys, let's get it going. Let's get pumped up.
Come on, guys.
I get jacked up for this.
Let's do it.
Let's go. So let's pump it up. So you and me pump the people up.
Oh yeah.
But here's the problem. There's only one other man, I believe, that can. Two people. You got Tony Robbins. You can pump anyone up, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But you got this other man, the mystery man in the robe. He can pump people up.
I love it.
And let's get it going. One day he's going to join
us.
Watch
that gold microphone.
Watch it out. So, guys, if you're ready to get jacked up, let's go. Woo!
fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, again, they got go. Time to wake up, bitch, get up. Get up, get up.
Woo, guys, what do you think? You have got to get jacked up for wholesaling. I will tell you, if you take that energy level and all your leads, all your appointments, everything, it will change your life. So I know that wholesaling has absolutely changed my life. You've seen the impact it's had on my son's life, Zach, and our goal is to bring that same impact to as many people as humanly possible and do it without dipping in your pocketbook.
Let's go.
Come on, guys.
Had to set up the other camera for you, so when you're giving some absolute nuggets, we can get the camera focused on you, because you're the star of the show here and getting it going. So let's get it going, guys. Let's talk about how to make some real money in wholesaling real estate. Want to be with you guys. We keep it 100 here, and we're ready. See, you see these people?
They're trash talking me already.
We're already getting trash talk.
Hey, listen, you got rid of Cam Newton, then you got him back. So I don't understand your team. Like,
you should have kept him. Now
he said he was a big crybaby. He left, and now he's back.
Oh my gosh!
I really like Miami's defense against Cam Newton. I'll take my odds on that one.
A running quarterback has destroyed the Dolphins every single time.
Did you see Lamar Jackson? He got destroyed, dude. If we can handle Lamar, we can easily.
I have PTSD as a
Cam
kid
Newton.
from watching Vince Young. Okay, on the Dolphins.
I'm confident we're going to eat Cam Newton alive.
Okay.
He's at the end of his career.
I don't know. He's looking pretty good. But all right. So let's break it down, guys. So how do we make some real money in wholesaling real estate? We kind of took it in the beginning where it's consistent action, but we can get all the hype like buzzwords in real estate, say action, hustle, but
killing
it. But let's talk about the real actionable steps you need to go out there and start doing well. So let's break it down. So first of all, of course, consistent action, but I think a reason why a lot of people aren't killing it in their business is marketing. So what type of marketing do you really need to start going full time in this business?
Well, the first thing in marketing is to make yourself accountable. So if you're doing this on your own, or you got a partner, either yourself or your partner, somebody has to be designated to as the marketing person. So you call them marketing coordinator, specialist, I don't care. And then the idea is figure out what your budget is. I don't care what it is. If it's $500 or $50,000, break it down and then spread it out over a 12-month period. And then you'll know what you're spending per month. And then your job is to make sure you stay on focus. That's what you're doing. So if you just make yourself accountable for the marketing and stop doing it like when you feel like it, it will completely change how you operate this business. So I don't care if it's direct mail, cold calling, SMS, it doesn't matter. You have to consistently do it. And what you can do is you can look at it monthly, you can look at it quarterly, biannually, and then you look at it yearly. And listen, you can change and pivot it if it's not working. We do it all the time. But the problem is when you do it, when you feel like it, it will kill you in this business. You have to force yourself to do it. So come up with a marketing plan, get your budget, allocate it per month, and then look at it. And then really once a month, you, maybe just yourself, your partner, your spouse, whatever, look at it and see what's working. I just want you guys to understand some marketing budgets, you have to give it a quarter to work.
Yeah.
If you guys, anybody's doing direct mail or even like probates, do not look at it on a weekly and monthly basis. Just make sure you're taking the actions. But a lot of your fruits of your labor will come 2 or 3 quarters after it, especially in direct mail. It's slow. It takes people time. I can't tell you how many times we do mailers and we go, oh my God, we didn't get the leads we thought. And then three to 6 months after, like the leads just pour in.
Yeah.
So it just, you have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're dead. What's the famous saying? If you don't plan to fail, you fail to plan. Who said that? It's a famous quote.
Oh, whatever.
If you don't plant, I don't know, whatever it is. Somebody
Yeah.
put it in the quote box there, type of deal.
Right,
But
yeah.
you got to have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, I promise you, you're having inconsistent results. So what better time? We're rolling into December here shortly, a new year, 2022, and just take an Excel spreadsheet. Do not complicate it. You can do it on an old school notebook paper and just do 12 lines, 12 months. If you're spending $1,000 a month, that's $12,000. Split it up and look at it, no matter what your number is. And then the idea is, if you're going to mail 2,000 pieces every month, make sure you're doing 2,000. If you're going to do 10,000 cold calls, make sure you're doing 10,000, and make sure you're accounting for skip tracing, pulling your leads, everything else that goes into your marketing efforts. But once you have a plan, then you have to sit there and stare at it, and you're much more likely to like, okay, I got to do something. I committed, I'm going to do it. So when you write it down, you tend to really make it come true.
That's it. Let me show you this real quick. Popped it up. We got, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail.
Yeah.
Ben Franklin.
That was it. It was Ben Franklin.
That's an original quote. What, 240 plus years ago? You know,
I'm telling you guys,
listen
for me. I'm not trying to like. I am sticking a little salt in the wound, but if you guys don't have a marketing plan, I promise you, you have inconsistent results. I did it. I used to market when I felt like it, and we don't always feel like marketing. It's just the truth. So have a plan, and you'll start to pay attention to it a lot more, because these weeks go by fast. The months go by fast. And guys, you have to look at marketing as an investment. If you don't invest in your marketing, you're not going to generate income. And if your marketing's out there, door knocking, stuff like that's fine. You still got to put time and energy in it. But I look at it, whenever I spend marketing dollars, I know I'm about to make a ton of money. Oh, yeah. So here's tip number 2. Stop looking at your marketing cost as an expense. Look at it as an investment. And then after the first year, you can calculate your ROI. So the reason why I love to do direct mail, I've been doing it a long time and I'm very good at it, is I know what my return on investment is. So I get 5 to 8 times what I invest in my direct mail. That's not for everyone, but I'm just telling you, if you could get a 5 times return on any type of investment you could do, would you do it? That's why I love to invest in it, because I know what I'm going to get, because I've consistently done it every year. Now, not every month works like that, not every quarter, but I guarantee by the end of the year, I'm getting a five times plus return on my investment.
That's it. So look at it like this. So first of all, let me bring it back to the beginning, guys. If you're getting any value out of this video, I'm gonna give you a chance right now before we get into more stuff, because we're just gonna be.
You gonna give him the finger?
No,
thumbs up.
Okay, we're not gonna get in this.
Come on,
but guys, speaking of thumbs up, guys, hit that like button and subscribe. So please, guys, smash that like button and subscribe, guys. These gurus ain't going live today for a reason. I think maybe 1 or 2 of them will, but most of the gurus ain't doing their lives today because they can't. Usually not a lot of people are on the day before Thanksgiving because, you know, they're going out there, they're traveling, everything like that. But we're doing it because I'm here to give it to I'm not here to sell anything.
Consistency.
It's consistency. You know, I'm consistently helping the people out. A lot of people are home today, which I think a lot of value we can give to the people. And we're just here to give the value out. Like that's it. And we kind of record this in a podcast format, get the podcast thing out for tomorrow morning for the people doing their turkey trots in the morning. So pretty exciting. But what I can tell you, smash that like button and subscribe. We do this just to help the people out. So
are we running in the morning?
I'm running in the morning.
Are you?
I'm running. I'm running with you. You run too far.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it in the little gym thing.
Yeah, I'm doing the little gym.
Why don't you get on the street? We'll go old school.
It depends how cold it is out there.
That was pretty cold this morning.
Yeah, it was like 70 degrees outside.
Let's complaining in Florida. Right, it was like 59.
Well, I can tell you guys right now, if you legit want to make some real money in this business, you need to start making a marketing plan. And I think one of the most important plans, which we talk about budgets, there's actually 2 budgets in wholesaling real estate you guys need to do. you need a time budget and a money budget.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone thinks when I say budget, it's literally about money. It's about time too. Where you spend your time is almost as important as how you spend your money. And again, everyone knows time is a resource, and time is the most valuable resource we have. So in your business, especially the people who are literally working full time, it can get very, very, very tough. So guys, schedule out your time of what you're going to do for your marketing, and schedule out your money, what you're going to do in marketing. I think it's pretty important, guys. You can always start with no money and scale it back up, but it's ultimately up to you to make that decision. We're not going to be able to tell you I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do your thing unless you want to ask. It's mostly up to you. And here's the thing about marketing. Everyone asks like, Zach, what marketing is best in my market? I can lead you to a direction of like maybe 1 to 2 sources and lists. The problem is, I'll tell every single person here, if you want to get really good at marketing, see which marketing works, you have to test it. How did you know that direct mail worked in Port St. Lucie? There's no fairy that tells you. You have to test them all out, right?
You have to test it. You can take some guideline rules, but the really cool thing about real estate, as Zillow proved to all of us, is it's highly localized. It's the home field advantage every time. In my opinion, there's no way I could never go out and do 48 states. I would get killed. I would be slow. It would be methodical. I'd lose my butt. So knowing that, you have to test like what works in my market. So many people like, what works in your market? All we can do is give you general guidelines, but like cold calling might work better in your market as opposed to direct mail, or texting might work better than RVM if it's illegal in your state. And it's just really weird. And we found this out in like virtual market. Every time we do a virtual market, we have to test. You have to test. Now, here's the key to testing. You want to do it smartly because it's your money. And none of us like to part with our money unless we know we're going to get a return. But there's this thing in wholesaling called risk. And you have to sometimes you have to throw money out there and see if it's going to stick. And I'm going to guarantee you this right now. A guru will never tell you this. You're going to fail sometimes. Like it's just the end. That's just how it works.
You will.
You're guaranteed. You're going to have struggles.
No.
And
There's people that will, either you fail at your marketing or you just fail at the business, If you have no failures in this business going up to 6 figures, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
And you're probably not doing it right,
But all businesses have failures. Like it's not exclusive to wholesaling. And so many times we're taught in society going through school, it's like we all want to take a test and get an A and get 100. Guys, that's not how you learn in life. You learn by actually failing. When you fail something, you learn a lesson. You don't walk away with disappointment. I used to look at failure, it used to destroy me. Now I look at it, I'm like, well, that was interesting. And you have to, every time we do it, you have to test the waters. So like, don't get upset when something doesn't work out, but don't go out and do 10,000 mailers in a new market. Test stuff out.
Yeah.
If you're doing cold calling in a new market, take 500 or 1,000 and just give it a test in a zip code that you like and see what the temperature of the water is.
That's it. So for marketing, if you want to make real money, it's about consistent marketing. Also, it comes down to your acquisition skills. Also, we have been preaching this forever, and acquisitions comes down to your ability to connect with the seller with empathy and rapport.
That's
I can
it.
boil down acquisitions. If you have empathy and rapport, you're good to go. You can be really good at rapport, but it could be fake. And if you don't have the real empathy, you're not going to do well. It's that fake salesperson type thing. This brings us back to Zillow. I think everyone talked about the Zillow thing as like, oh, Zillow's trying to house flip. Zillow did not house flip at all. They are glorified realtors at that point. That's the thing. They might do some flipping, but they're not flipping you.
Yeah, but
they're charging you 12%.
Yeah,
and then there's listing on the market for 4%, and they try to make an arbitrage.
Let me ask you: if somebody threw $30 million at you tomorrow and said you got 90 days to move it, or I'm taking the money somewhere else, guess what they're going to do? They're going to move $30 million, and they're going to pay retail because it's hard enough to move $30 million on single family. Commercial, a whole different ballgame. But on single family homes at what, $150,000, $200,000 average prop, you know how many houses you have to do for that?
I know,
And are you really going to get deals on them? That's why they overpaid for everything.
Well, they pay 12%. So if I go to a wholesaling deal
Still
and be
lost
like,
money.
hey, I'll buy this property. Let me charge you 12% on your retail. You're still it's still impossible,
No, I know.
Like if I charge someone 12%, they're buying at what?
Okay, let's skip Zillow. You get me going on it.
No, they're buying at 88%. Like, I mean, we'd be buying.
The companies like this will constantly come and go, and they'll test kind of the investing waters. It's the same time. Every time they try to scale it, it blows up. And they always do it when the market's going up, up, up. And then they go, wow, but you think about it, if they can't buy them in an upgoing market and they're still losing money, can you imagine if you had a flat market or a declining market? It would be a bloodbath.
It's crazy. So the acquisitions, guys, it boils down to rapport and empathy. I can teach you rapport. Experience comes with rapport, obviously. Some people are just naturally good at talking, but I have found from my experience, if you're really good at just yapping and talking and with people, sometimes it's hard for you to get to the point versus someone who is more analytical, the way they look and speak, and they just ask the right questions. Another part about rapport that's really important is rapport is not about connecting. Some people think that building rapport with the seller is all about, your kid goes to this high school. My kid goes to this high school. Oh, that's great connection. It's not about that. It's not, you're my favorite, we have the same favorite sports team. That's surface level stuff. It helps, but it's not at the end of the day, the best way to build rapport is by just asking questions. It's not by saying, oh, we have this in common. You just have to ask questions and it will all come out. That is a great way to do it. And asking questions and actively listening. Remember, guys, in a conversation, you want to be speaking 20% of the time. Have the seller be speaking 80%. Everyone asks, how do you do that? Asking questions, right?
20-80 quality questions. And don't forget, have a conversation with them. Get off this script thing. Think about when you have a conversation with friends or family. You have a conversation, you genuinely care, and you ask quality questions. And guys, I can't stress this enough. Somebody in this guru business has told you all that you need to go out and instantly get an acquisitions manager. I'm telling you, it's the last person you hire in your company.
Yeah, last one.
Because your ability to speak with a motivated seller is the single highest paying skill set you can have in your company. So why would you outsource that, especially to a VA? If you want to run like a big operation and please don't outsource it until you've absolutely nailed it yourself, or you're so buried in leads, you don't have a choice. And you have to understand it. If you have the ability to outsource everything else and then you do the appointments either on the phone or in person, I guarantee you it will increase your bottom line number through the roof. But this dream of an acquisition manager, we've all been through it. I've been around long enough, but I'm going to tell you, here's the reality is acquisition managers are the highest turnover position in your company. Nobody ever wants to share that. It's just the truth. Everybody goes through, I've been through them like water too. I've had challenges with them. It's real, it's not easy. I'm just going to let you know this up front. They control your business to a point, meaning if they're not effective, there's no revenue coming through the door. And most of your acquisitions, people are virtual. So I'm just telling you is get your business dialed in, get your marketing going, get a bunch of deals going. But everyone keeps asking about, how do I hire an acquisitions manager? I'm like, honestly, until you've done probably 20 plus deals, I wouldn't even consider it.
No, we're also forgetting this. I don't want to go on a rant here, but when the average YouTube type person says that that's their last hire or whatever, it's not. I thought the process was you make $100,000 in wholesaling, and then you hire a media team and sell coaching. I thought that was I thought that's the last hire supposed to be the media person. Yeah. Because guys, these gurus, I'm telling you right now, they spend more money on their media team and then their coaching. Actually, okay.
Well, how do they pay for that?
Well, here's the thing. They spend more, their acquisitions manager for coaching, calling and closing students, gets paid more than their actual wholesaling acquisitions manager.
That's crazy.
I promise you that right now. Okay. So I'm just saying, when I say acquisitions manager, I'm not talking about the acquisition manager that calls all of you guys, that has you on a Podio system, treats you like a motivated seller, and tries to close a $10,000 coaching program. I'm talking about the ones that close $50,000 deals for us. Just trying to make that distinction for you guys. I'm not talking about, because coaches don't, acquisitions managers, they think about selling, flipping students, not, deals. But we won't get in that again. But what I can tell you though, yeah, acquisitions manager is the last thing you should do in your wholesaling business. And then dispositions, guys, if you go to freewholesaling.com, FREE wholesaling.com, freewholesaling.com, telling you right now, go to cash buyers module. We got you. There's no excuse not to get so many deals done today. So pretty excited about that, guys. So let's help the people. Let's give our thanks. Let's get some free one-on-one coaching calls, guys. And let's talk about it, guys. This is also Tony. We're here to help the people out, and we're excited. So let's get it going. So first here we got Stoney.
Stoney there?
He'll hop back on. All right.
Put him back in the queue.
All right. He'll be in the queue. Gregory.
You check the volume.
Oh, shoot.
You might have ran Stoney over there.
No. Remember, I heard we heard DJ was working. Khalil. All right, I think Gregory's back. Yo, hello.
Hello.
There
Gentlemen.
we go. What is up?
You name it. No, I'm calling, doing what you guys are saying. That's excellent. I'm telling you guys, you really do wipe the floor with those other guys out there. I mean, I'd like to say some names, but I probably shouldn't. But
Anyway, don't
please
worry
don't.
about it. We're
no,
not.
I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying that, yeah, you guys really do wipe the floor. And I tell you, I've actually marketed more than I have with the other people I was involved with. I mean, and I don't know what it is about. I like that song too. I do love that song. I play that song every time I get started, and I start getting a little down when I'm calling. I'll play it again.
There you go, man.
That's it.
It is, man.
But yeah, Gregory, really appreciate you, man. So let's get some info, man. What market are you in? What are you doing? And tell me exactly about your wholesaling business.
And tell us about your turkey.
No.
Okay.
You have a deep
I have two turkeys. I got the family coming over. So
okay.
So
do I.
Well, then I'll send you a turkey.
Oh my God, dude.
All right. On the marketing part of it, I'm wholesaling, and I'm working the foreclosure area on the subject twos all in one. So I'll flip those.
What market?
The subject twos in El Paso, Texas, the foreclosure market.
Okay.
And I'm using those, and I flip those because I'm more familiar with those, and I'm comfortable with those because I used to do that a lot before. I come back from the day, and I fell off the market for a while. 2010 is the last time I did anything, and then until this year, was it this year? Yeah, this year. But I was back in the day when Dave Delgado started the subject twos. I was back there with Carlton Sheets when the wholesale thing was going on with him. So
Carlton Sheets from my area.
Love Carlton Sheets.
Yeah, and Dave Delgado was a good one, especially on the FHAs back then. You just paid $25 and they gave you the loan in your name when you took it over.
Yeah, it was a different world.
Yeah, this is a different world now. Anyways, marketing, calling. I really get calling is important, and I do go to the doors. And a lot of people are actually shocked that I'm at the door because they said, "You're not afraid?" I said, "No," because of the COVID.
Yeah.
But the response has been nice. I have two since I started. When did I start with you guys? I'm going to say maybe at the most 60 days ago, maybe very little over. But in those last 60 days, I have two under contract, and I get the documents for sale like 2 weeks before the sale date, and I know how to do the TROs, the temporary restraining orders against the lender. So that gives me more time. So it's pretty interesting on what you guys. I don't know what it is. It's just something about however you deliver it. All I can say is your delivery. I get you're sincere, and I know it's like I really get if you were here, you would still be saying the same thing to me if it was a one-on-one deal, and that's how I take it.
Authenticity, right?
Appreciate it. We're doing a one-on-one right now, man.
I know that's what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, even when it's like because I listened to a lot of your stuff, and then I tried your SMS, And I was a little frustrated with that because I'm not really too tech savvy. I finally figured it out because I went back and listened, and finally I realized I needed 10 templates before it was going to save.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I got
That's
that
good. You
down.
do the door knocking. So anybody out there listening, if you do any type of pre-foreclosure or foreclosure, dude, the fastest way to connect with these people is knock on their door. It's not up to everyone's speed. I started out actually doing that. I would get foreclosure leads and door knock, and
Yeah, I learned that one from Dave Delgado back
yeah,
then.
yeah.
That was because that was old. They didn't have all the stuff we have now.
It works. So you know,
You don't really hear about it much anymore because it's not fun.
those dang ring doorbells.
Yeah, those Ring doorbells are terrible, you know.
Like deal killers.
I've never really been hit by those because I kind of stopped door knocking when they got popular, but it sucks. But I'm telling you, I did a lot of research when I did my top 25 virtual wholesaling markets, and El Paso kept hopping up for like a lot of cash sales. I'm like, I don't know many people like wholesaling in El Paso. Like I know San Antonio, Houston. I know all my contacts, DFW.
Yep.
Like not many people in El Paso. It's got a big population. So
It reminds me, I got to show you something. Keep talking.
yeah, but like it's kind of crazy, you know. So El Paso is great, and it's got a big population. So I see it as a really big opportunity too. So you're just doing foreclosures?
That's all I'm doing right now. You know what's so funny? I'm afraid. I'll straight with you. I'm really afraid to wholesale a normal person.
Wow.
I'm being dead serious. It's like the fear. I mean, I was like, no, I don't know. All of a sudden I get all this nonsense and my noise in my head. But yet you tell me, hey, the house is in foreclosure. I can knock on the door. I can talk to them all day because I know what it's like to be. I had that happen to me way back in the early 90s.
So what's your big hang up on like wholesaling? So somebody with a
I flip the foreclosures. I wholesale those, but
Okay.
I don't wholesale a regular. You know, okay, they're selling the house for this much and whatever it is because I guess I'm not good at figuring out what the price would be, what the fair price would be, or
it's
the haggling with it.
Dude, it's not much different.
Yeah. How do you find the fair price of a foreclosed property or a house in foreclosure?
I run my comps. I have access to the MLS. I'll get then I use PropStream to go ahead and get the other information that I need, and then I'll get the comps from the MLS. I'll compare the comps to the PropStream, and I usually get my average from there, and then I have all the information on the house, how much they owe, what kind of roughly what the situation is. So when I go, I know when I talk to them, I have everything. I tell them, okay, I understand you had, here's when you loan. Here's roughly, I noticed it went bad here. And they go like, yeah, that's right. And I noticed your house had a fire. That's another one, had a fire. And I noticed you got the insurance money, but nothing ever happened. So I know a lot about the data about their life before I get there. So when I talk to them, it's like instant, they say, wow, you really know everything about the house more than we do.
Gregory.
Yes.
I think we're coming to the same conclusion.
Yeah, Gregory, if you got the guts to go up and knock on someone's door in pre-foreclosure, the other side of wholesaling is a piece of cake. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's a piece.
That's
you're
fine.
You're missing a huge, like the amount of deals we do. We do foreclosures. Most of them just kind of fall in our lap, and we take them as they come. But a big part of our business comes from the other side of just pure wholesaling. Free and clear, high equity. People just want to get rid of it in the family. And the key is you just look for motivated sellers. Like everybody you talk in the foreclosure is a potential of doing a deal because they don't have much left in the property. And I think that's what makes you confident.
No, and there's a motivating factor on the list.
Yeah. On the other side of it, you just got to find people on your list through PropStream that are going to have some sort of motivation level. And once you get that list, listen, I'm going to tell you, every call we get in, there's a lot of crap deals, a lot of crap that comes up. We just pick and choose the ones we want to work with, and the other ones, we just wait them out. I tell you, we've had recent ones, people 6 months, 9 months. I knew they're never going to get a deal. The house is run down. Like, I know I wait 6 months, just like how often you wait for a foreclosure? You just got to wait people out. I think you should open up that avenue because you already have the skill sets. You have all the software. You have all the tools. I'm just telling you. You're going to have to test it out a little bit. It's not bad. I'm just telling you, you're going to hit some home runs and you're going to blow your mind away with what happens. I'm telling you this for a fact.
Also, I don't want to be mean or anything, Greg, but you said, hey, another reason I don't know is because I can't really comp them too right. And I'm like, hey, how do you comp? He's like, well, I pull the comps, I have PropStream, I do all this. Just do the same thing for a regular house. It's actually easier to do it without a foreclosed property.
It ain't 2010 either.
Yeah,
the tools today are ridiculous.
The way you're comping, just do it the same exact way. Like there's literally no difference.
We used to have to use realtors. Now, like I only call a realtor for a cash buyer.
Let me tell you this. Florida's got a lot of foreclosures, and data's actually pretty open in Florida. You can find foreclosures. And bro, you're in Texas, dude. It's a non-disclosure state.
Non-disclosure.
So if you can find comps like pretty well and you have MLS data, it's kind of your duty to be like, you have a big advantage over other people in your market, and you're in a great market. Also, if we had to only do foreclosures in our market and I did nothing else, we wouldn't be 7-figure wholesalers. We'd be 6-figure wholesalers. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's like a 10th. Okay. Think of it, you can 10x your income. You said you got 2 contracts. What do you got? You could have got probably 20 if you broaden your marketing.
Tanya Gregor, you should start now and look in 2022. It'll blow your mind, because I actually think a little bit the reverse way you do, but it's all in freewholesaling.com. Just go through. I give you, me and Zach give you a blueprint from start to finish.
I've been following your stuff. Yeah.
So you're going to have to test a little bit of it out, but I tell you what, man, Texas.
All right. The next 30 days, I'm going to jump in full suit. Suited and booted.
That's how it works out.
I'm telling you, like, and you can keep door knocking other things you do. You know, while you're door knocking, it's a great, probably an amazing opportunity. You already have a PropStream, so you have a free driving for dollars app. Drive for dollars when you're in between the driving for the door knocking. Like, bro, you're going around foreclosed properties. What you don't know is this is something we both had to figure out. I had to figure this out after like my 10th deal. I would go do a deal, okay, on First Street, okay? And then I'll do a deal on 4th Street. And then I'll do a deal on 6th Street. And then another deal on 2nd Street. And then on 1st Street again. I realized these deals, if I just drove around the general like streets, there's probably 3 potential deals every single deal I do to go after. So every deal you have, if you just drive around that, it's like the law of attraction, you know? Like where a motivated seller is, it's probably more motivated seller.
You know, it's so funny that you say that, because I bet you $1 to a donut. I just have blinders on when I leave, and I bet you're right. There's probably like a couple of deals right in my own back pocket.
You're going to be shocked how easy it is. You're just going to.
Well, we have one deal that we did. We had another deal where I work on that now. It would be like a $60,000 deal. We just closed on another deal. It was like 7 streets. Like it was like we just did 2 deals in like very closely together within a month, and they were right by each other. And our acquisition person didn't even see that. But like I'm telling you right now, it's amazing. Okay,
got it.
Law of attraction, dude. You just
I don't know how to explain.
Keep doing what you're doing and just add that on. I'm just telling you, like you
don't have to I'll add it on as an adjunct.
Types. You just got to find a marketing medium that fits your plan. So if you either SMS, cold calling, even direct mail, like just figure it out. I mean, you did it back in 2000. Foreclosures are great and they're awesome on like the subject twos, but I do plenty of subject twos on
drove for dollars.
Regular ones too.
I'm telling Gregor, I truly believe if you drove for dollars around those foreclosure deals and you cold call those and you door knocked, you should be filled up. Like you should be fine.
I agree. I get what you're saying. I totally agree.
Texas,
trying for dollars. Like the top people I know in Dallas, try for dollars. The top people in Houston, try for dollars. And those are more saturated markets. El Paso, try for dollars. I promise you, man, there's plenty of deals going.
Dude, go turn on the pump up video and do it. Like, I'd be excited if I were you, man. Like, that's awesome. I'm telling you, you're doing the hard part and you're letting the easy stuff sit out there. I guarantee you.
Yeah. All right. I'll take on that challenge for the next 30 days. I'm going to move like I've never had a bad idea about wholesaling.
So don't stop what you're doing. Just add to it.
No.
Yes. Okay.
The challenge. I'll give you a challenge. Okay.
What's that?
Bro? Every time you go out. So when you go out, door knock, pre-foreclosures or foreclosures, how many doors do you door knock?
On the foreclosures?
Yes.
I actually plan out a little chart that I go, a driving chart. and then I go to each door. So maybe I'll do 10 on a day.
10 a day?
I'll do the 10 Saturday, and then today I only did 4 because people are gone. And then Friday I'm going back out, and I have my thing already scheduled for 8 of them, and then Saturday I have another 8.
Okay, so just trying to calculate. Okay, I want you can once you leave the house, you can do your door knocking. You can't come back home until you get at least 10 to 20 drawing for dollars leads every time you leave. You have to come back with at least 20. Okay.
All right. My silly question, which you probably do have a video for it, is
free wholesale.
When I drive for dollars, what do I look for?
Say it again.
I said, I know you probably have a video for this one. When I drive for dollars, what do I look for?
There's an entire video on freewholesaling.com.
It's ugly houses, man. You know, we can go to, I mean, you're in
I'll go back and look. I'll go back
watch
and look.
the video. It's like 10, 12 minutes.
Okay. I'll give it to him. He's in El Paso. So the tall grass isn't going to be like.
Look for tall stones. I don't know.
Tall, yeah.
Okay.
So
I got it. Okay. So you want me to find stuff to tall grass and everything else. What happens with what? Okay. That's fine. Perfect. I'm good. I'll do it.
You got it, dude.
Distressed property.
I'm excited for you.
If someone's not taking care of a house, you can tell.
Yeah.
Literally look for an ugly looking house that is not being taken care of. It's pretty easy to spot.
I already know where 3 are at already.
Have a goal of 100 a month for drawing for dollars leads, and do it, man.
And if those houses, Gregory, if those houses are vacant, just leave like an envelope with like a note and just tape it on the door or whatever. You'd be surprised. Someone will always pick it up.
Okay. Right there. Grab that. Gregory, do you have any sticky notes?
I sure do. I copied that one. I did that. Yeah, I did it when I went to a foreclosure house. I left the sticky, and then they actually called me.
There you go.
What's the ad copy you put?
I just said, call me. I was here to see about if you need the money still.
Okay, that's good.
That's really good.
When you go to the drawing for dollars and you see a really good lead, also, if you don't like cold calling, you can do the same thing. Like if you hate cold calling, literally write, "Hey, this is Gregory. Please give me a call back. I had an important question about this house," or something like that.
Oh, I can do that. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I can't legally tell you to put it in the mailbox because.
No, I know. I got it. The mailbox has its own little territory.
Yeah, but you can put it down there with like a stone or something by the front door. It'll be seen. But I'm telling you, that's reverse drawing for dollars too. Just think. Honestly, I don't really preach to do everyone, but sometimes you drive by a house. Like I drive by a house sometimes. The grass is literally like to my nose. And like the house is like crumbling. I'm like, sometimes I have to like.
Yeah. And Gregory, a lot of times you go up to it, they're vacant. The neighbors will come up to you instantly and just use that as a, they throw up at the mouth about information. Do you know Janet?
Oh my God.
Do you know why Janet doesn't take care of the house anymore? It's like, and just go, hey, are you looking to buy? Listen, I'm just trying to get do you have Janet's phone number? And that's just naturally ask when they come up to you. Don't get like, how dare you approach me? The neighbors, man, every time I go to an abandoned vacant house to this day, even out walking or running, like the minute I walk up the door, people just gravitate towards you from the left and right. It's amazing.
But yeah.
All right, great. Awesome.
You got the tools, man.
You got it, man.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. And I won't let it go to vain.
How are you cooking those turkeys? In the oven or are you deep frying them?
We're going to deep fry one and one in the oven.
Yeah. That stuff's dangerous, man. The first time doing it. So
deep fry is awesome.
I'm in trouble here, man.
All right.
Good luck, man.
Thank you both, gentlemen, and thank you again for what you do and for what you provide. And I get it. You guys are really, your authenticity and sincerity, not even sincerity, you're just real, and you really want to make sure whoever's willing to take the information, because you say it's free, but it's really not, because we got to put our time in, and that's the time it costs. And your time that you deliver to us is very valuable. And that's how I see it. And the thing is, I get this, it's way more than I could ever pay for.
I truly appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for you guys. This is a bonus one we're doing today, so pretty excited. But Gregory, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Any other questions, let me know. You're invited to hop on here as many times as you want during the week.
No, you bet you. I'm going to keep learning. And I won't be late on my payment for next month.
Oh, great. Appreciate it, man.
Okay. Have a good one.
All right. Have a good one.
Thanks. I love it, man. He's killing it. That's great.
It's easy out on that one.
That's a good one. So yeah,
okay.
I'll pass those.
Take them in order because he's been waiting.
I'm doing it. I got these people. Khalil, are you back?
Dino's on deck.
Yeah, Dino's on deck here.
I like Dino with the video, man. He's been eating.
What do you eat, man? What do you got?
Paleo puffs.
Woo!
Yeah,
Ooh,
paleo
That sounds
puffs.
healthy. I don't like it.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make up for it tomorrow.
perfect. How are you, man?
Doing good. Doing good. I wanted to thank you for the Podio video, man. It was only 48 minutes, but for me to do all that, it took me an hour or two, even though I do tech for a living. I do IT. And man, that saved me so much time because I've used Pipedrive before, but actually I'm a Podio convert now. Yeah, definitely like Podio.
Like I can get deep into systems and like I love advanced stuff, but like sometimes it's easier to be simple with stuff.
Yep.
And that's why I like it. The reason I made the Podio video is because I tried to make Podio, like customize it for us.
Mm-hmm.
It took me like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no video on YouTube. I'm sick. Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to sit down and I'm actually going to like let's break it down. It took me a while to kind of write it down there, but I did it really fast, but pause it, do it. I really appreciate it, man. And our Podio's actually changed a lot from that time.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to work on a big video again, probably a lot longer, and going more deep into it. But yeah, man,
That's why we like Podio, because especially if you're new, you got to kind of understand it. Like any type of tech software, I don't need to tell you. If you don't understand how it functions, so if you get one done for you and all the bells and whistles on it, it's like it's clueless.
Right.
And so like what's most important to you? The most important thing to us is the data's put in there. We can search it and you can create a follow-up. Like if I told Susie I'm calling her in 3 weeks, it's got to pop up.
Also, we do a lot of JV deals.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting someone on Facebook. They're like, yeah, I'm in Knoxville. I got all these deals. You need buyers. I'm like, hey, here's the link. I don't want to talk to you. Talk with it, you know.
I mean, I can code WordPress and stuff like that, but still to be able to have that go into your CRM, that was I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. That was awesome.
It makes it so much easier.
Yeah, and you can add layers on it as you feel comfortable and like, okay, it'd be nice to do this and that. That's I don't know, simplicity. I tried every CRM. I mean, we were paying thousands and thousands of dollars, and we spent more time training on the CRM than we actually did on leads. And we just scrapped it. We started all over. And that's how we did it.
We get you got friends that literally own some of the biggest CRMs in wholesaling. And they're like, Rick, can you just like why don't you use it? We'll give it to you for free.
Yeah.
It's like $2,000 a year of free CRMs. We just want you to try it to use your business to get feedback. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like
I can't pedal. I don't pedal
you know?
stuff I don't use in my business. It's just I won't be authentic. And it's like when people in my company are like, oh, I can't figure out my follow-ups. It's so long. I'm like, oh man. And that's when me and Zach sit down, and then Zach's like, we're just going to rip the whole thing apart and just start it over. And honestly, then you can make little changes as you go. They add it up over time, but technology is constantly changing. You're talking about a guy did everything off of a notepad, and I had a file. And if I told someone I'd call him on like the 30th, I'd move it to the 30th. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate everything to CRMs, but I've had the biggest, baddest ones. And I'm talking about hundreds of hours of training. I think I hit that. So, but you got to spend time on like the activities that like make you money, because you can always get a bigger, badder CRM. Like every day I see another CRM popping up, and just like, man, we even thought about developing our own. I'm like, Podio's it's perfect because you can make it simple as you want. So,
well, I've got a question for you guys. I have kind of, I don't know, I guess I got into real estate in kind of a different way. I initially did land. Some of my family had some land, and I backed into that, and I've sold some rural land out west to like a church, and I've got a land deal in Florida. Was it Port Charlotte area? I'm doing a deal. And then I got into mobile homes, where I've been like rehabbing mobile homes and selling those with owner financing. But then one of my partners said, hey, you really should start wholesaling mobile homes or manufactured homes. I said, I like what I'm doing now, but I discovered you guys, you just came up on a YouTube search. And I thought, these guys, they must have some back end sale or something. This can't be free. And wow. I mean, I was like blown away. The content you guys are giving away for free. But do you guys do anything with manufactured or mobile homes at all?
Well, I'll break it down. If you go to freewholesaling.com, we have a
Mhm.
couple subject to creative financing deals. Though we do a ton, especially on the creative finance. I think you can talk about it.
Yeah, so I love mobile homes. I'll be honest with you. For the longest time, I avoided them like the plague. They'd come up on our list. I'm like, oh,
Yep.
dang, another mobile home. It was like,
Yep.
and they were everywhere in Florida, and we avoided them. And I got to be honest with you, till recently, really in the last couple years,
Mhm.
our returns on mobile homes it's beyond outrageous.
That's
It's
why I'm in
insane.
it.
So let me give you an example, okay?
Like,
We recently bought one for around 20K.
Mhm.
We put about 3,000 into it, and we
Mhm.
rent it for $1,000 a month.
Are you doing it yourself or Airbnb in it? Because I got a friend who Airbnbs.
So,
Is-
most of the mobile homes we buy are not like they're not on. They're not what I call Airbnb quality, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Straight rental. Okay.
So it's I got to be honest, the returns are insane. Within 2 years, all our principal, all our investments completely paid back, and then it pays you for the rest of your life. I can't
Yes.
find a better investment in real estate than that. And for
Yeah,
the most
totally.
part, we set it up where the tenants are pretty much self-sufficient. They know what they're kind of getting into. Before, mobile homes used to rent for $300 to $400 a month.
Mhm.
But now it's exploded. So here's one of the tricks I found out. Once we were going to check on a rehab, me and Zach, and we got backed up at a traffic light, and I noticed about 80 Amazon Prime trucks going by us.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? I go, dude, like there's something going on. We found out they opened up a big distribution center in like a very, what I call a kind of rural area.
Mhm.
And we noticed there was 3 mobile home parks scattered around there.
Mhm.
And that's when it was just easy pickings. Dude. We just went and contracted them all. And we would flip the really bad ones and keep like the bread and butter ones. And it just blew up. Now, when you talk about manufactured homes, just to kind of give everyone a little bit of lesson, because I was clueless, there is a distinct difference between a manufactured home and a mobile home.
And a park model and an RV.
So let me give you an example. That's the best way I can kind of teach it is we did a video of January of 2021. And let me try to bring it up just so you can see it. We got a ton of videos on our YouTube. So if you can see here, this is in St. Lucie County here in Florida. So as you can see here, let me pop it up. We basically, this is like a manufactured house, or would it be a mobile home or manufactured?
That's technically a mobile home. So
we had a $500 down
76,
payment.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, talk about it.
yeah. I mean, we took it over for $500.
I look
So
at this
like
thing.
that was another one we did. So we just get a lot of people, they just don't want them anymore, and they look at them. They look at mobile homes as disposable. So they depreciate kind of like a car. They're actually registered at the Department of Motor Vehicles.
DMV,
But
yeah.
we look for ones that you can buy the land under it and then put a mobile home on it. That's the gold right there.
That's what I'm wanting to get into, is that I'm in parks right now. I'm looking to do land. And that's why you guys with PropStream, that's what, because people realize this. The majority of mobile and manufactured homes aren't in parks. They're on land. They're homesteaded on land.
Correct.
So here's the, sorry.
If you can find the sweet spot for us are the ones where they own the land under it, because you don't get stuck in that land lease stuff. It'll like eat you alive unless you own the entire park, which is a different strategy. You got to target the mobile homes that they own the land, because they're like gold mines. And we got them to around 15, 20. You'd be blown, like they're close to the 6-figure, like value wise. Plus they cash flow, and in 18 months, our entire investment's paid back. So really mitigates my risk. Who cares if the rent drops to 800, 700? I don't care. I go down to 300. I can ride it out in any market.
Well, mobile homes, the rents don't drop as much as single family houses.
And people, they tend to appreciate them a little bit more because it's basic living. And I love them. Now, when you talk about manufactured home, it's a little tricky in Florida.
Yeah.
Because we have manufactured homes like right amongst like regular, like full-blown construction houses, like brand new. So manufactured home, as long as it's put together right, And if you guys are like, well, what's a manufactured home? They just bolt them together in place. They say it's more cost effective. It's really not, because more people would do it if it was.
Mhm.
But we get the exact same price retail as a regular home on a manufactured home.
I believe it.
The downside is on the inspection. If you ever want to know if you have a manufactured home, if you can crawl under it, it's typically a manufactured home in Florida.
In Florida,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's a manufactured home means we're all in. It's a regular house to us. Mobile home, a little bit different story. If they own the land, I want it because I could always make it work on a cash flow number. I could care less what it comps out for. So if I can buy a mobile home, even for 30 grand and it rents for $1,000 or $1,100, which is cheap in Florida now, you could collect those things all day long. For 10 years, Dino, I turned them all down. I turned down mobile homes for almost free and a couple $1,000 that would get easily $1,200 today. But you live and learn.
The more you know.
It's a lesson. And now we are super sharp on any of them that pop up.
Full disclosure to anyone listening here, I own 10 mobile home lots. I mean, there's nothing on them in Mineola, Texas. So if anyone wants to JV or anything,
And you do you do RV lots too, or?
I'm looking into it. Right. I've had these lots for about 8 or 10 years. I kind of forgot about them. I got busy doing some other things.
Yeah.
But now with the tiny house movement, the park models and everything, there's more options. Yeah. So I'm thinking about maybe moving homes on them and renting out the dirt.
Yeah, I don't know. It's there's a big trend in Florida. I thought my buddy was crazy when he did it, but man, people paying $800-900 for like a concrete pad.
Yes.
With some utility hookups. I'm like, you just pour concrete and do you have a hookup? He's like, yeah, it's really no. And the amount of RVs that come to Florida is huge, especially in the wintertime.
That's why people are into storage units. Same thing.
Storage units. Yeah, that's another one.
But yeah, Dino, like the reason why I tell you the creative financing mobile homes are amazing. I just want to show you, like, we put $500 down on that, like, mobile home. We're renting it out for like $1,400, and you find the right tenant in there.
Wow.
And
in Florida.
That's it. Like, hey, and the property, we said it's 80K in equity. The beginning of January, you add 20% on that. Like, now it's closer to 100. Like, it's appreciated like crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
We've even done the math. If a hurricane blew that thing over, we would still make a huge profit.
I don't care.
So I
just roll another one on it, like and then I'll just get more rent. Exactly. And it's like everyone's like, "What are you doing in a hurricane?" I'm like, "Whatever." Like it is what it is. Like it's
right.
If you get a big enough hurricane, it's probably going to get destroyed. But like honestly, 50, 60K, you can replace them, which is a very manageable number.
1,400, and it's crazy. But again, with mobile homes, you got to understand the tenants. Their money's really made putting the right tenant in there.
Yeah.
You could have a tenant that is like in and out of jail. They mess up the house. They have 4 dogs. It's going to destroy it. I mean, we have a tenant. We have that $1,400 a month tenant. $1,400. They're a manager at like a restaurant, like very clean record, and they're great. We have had no problem. So
we just take a little extra time when we move.
Yeah, you just got to be extra careful on that, but you're good.
If you can get 3 to 5 years out of tenant, you're gold, in my opinion.
I've got 3 deals now. One of my tenants has his own moving company. Another one, he does construction himself. And I'm doing all mine RTO. I didn't want any tenants or toilets. So my mobile home mentor, back in the day, your dad and I are probably close in age. I'm probably older, 56. I remember a guy named Lonnie Scruggs. 52. Oh, wow. Even closer. I'll be 57 in January. But Lonnie Scruggs had this book called Tin Can Alley or something. And it was all about creating a note. And that's essentially what I've been doing. But I definitely want to get some land. That's the major thing. And learning from you guys in how to do the PropStream, how to find the cheap deals, the JVing, getting the land. Because I already understand the mobile home, the rehab, and moving it. That's what I want to do, as well as I'm wholesaling. Like, even though I'm in mobile homes, never wholesaled one. Never done one at all.
It's no different. It's really no. It's actually, it goes so much faster. The only snag I've ever had on them is like some of the DMV issues. Like a lot of people don't register them, and but if it's on a piece of land that's deeded, it's much easier. Most people will overlook the titling of the mobile home because the land's really the value.
That's your biggest issue.
So the problem before is the land used to only be worth $2,000 or $3,000, so nobody cared. Now it's a whole different ballgame in Florida. Like the land is where the value is. The mobile home's just a secondary item on it. So if you can drop a mobile home for 50, 60,000, it's probably a lot more now. Those were the old numbers. It's probably like 100.
It depends.
And everything's gone up so much. My rehab costs are like, way up.
But they're kind of easy. They would be easy to finance. And then, that asset should last you at least 15, 20 years. We had one mobile home. How old that thing was?
I remember that one.
It was put in like 1977.
Yeah, it was.
Now it's rough. I wholesaled it because I didn't want to do it. Yeah,
I got a 72 that I rehab. That's my oldest, 72.
Oh. Wow. It's so it's. I don't know what the shelf life is on Florida. A little bit tough with the hurricanes, but I love. I'm not new to mobile homes. I always skipped over them. I'm just like, and I should have been collecting them for years and years. But I love that market.
That's the hardest part. We have a really good wholesaling deal on a mobile home. It's like you do the math, you rent it out. It's like, why would we wholesale this?
And the taxes are so much lower on it. So if I take a typical house in Port St. Lucie to rent it, it's really hard to cash flow if you pay more than $150,000 for it. On a mobile home, the taxes are nothing. They're like $1,000.
They're really low. And for people that are into rehabbing like I am, I won't touch a deal. All my deals, 300% ROI minimum.
Yeah.
For manufacturer. Minimum.
I like that number. That's cool, man.
Thanks. But anyway, that was about it. I was just wondering if you guys had done that and some tips and comments. But yeah, your materials is just like courses that I've seen for 5,000, 6,000. I mean, I can't believe you guys what you're doing is awesome. And I really want to thank you for what you're doing. Really great job.
Of course.
Well, we appreciate your time in it. And as I said, we're trying to change the industry. It needs a big shakeup and a change. It's just
we make enough money like what we do. Like,
we do fine. I don't got to flip
good.
students, man. Like I just everybody seems to get into this coaching thing. And I'm just like,
what market are you in?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm based in Georgia, and the top 25, I'm in one of your markets, and we'll leave it at that.
All right. So it's probably in Macon, which is pretty good one. I am sorry. I got to say it. There's only one in Georgia. That's kind of Macon.
Central Georgia is hot. You nailed it. And that was good confirmation for me because it's like, wow, he's Central Georgia.
Like, listen, you're good at your skill set. So like I'm getting like DMs, texts from people like, stop telling them to come to my market. I'm like, we got everybody in Port St. Lucie.
Well,
so it's like
right now with Macon, I only found out Macon because people just kept sending me deals in them. And I found a bunch of cash buyers and the problem with Macon is you can buy houses like 45, 50K. Like
maybe we need to connect with Dino and help flip us.
It's crazy. But like, here's the problem. They're like mobile homes to us.
Yeah.
So you can actually get like built houses for 50, 60K there.
Yeah. All day, every day in that area. Yeah. Definitely.
So that's the thing.
That's insane.
So like with us, it's like we get a mobile home for 80. We're like, right.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, so you have to look at that play also. Obviously not a lot of people want to Airbnb in Macon, but that's really good.
One guy's doing it. One guy.
It's definitely got big enough. But yeah, that Warner Robins pretty good too.
Yes.
That area is good. So I won't leave you out in the dirt. North Atlanta. So if you go northeast, kind of by that between Atlanta and Athens is another great market too. That little suburban area too. But yeah, great market, man. But bro, you could wholesale easily in that market and do well too. So just look at it all. We kind of blanket our marketing because we do so much. All of our mobile homes, because we do it by area. So if we do, St. Lucie County, it'll be all the mobile homes and all the houses together.
Yeah. So a little tip out there, guys. Do not exclude mobile homes from your list. They are
definitely
exclude if they don't own the land.
Or even RVs or park models too. Tiny homes. I've got a friend who is in the Macon area. He owns a park and somehow he got the zoning where he can put in everything. Tiny homes, park models, RVs, mobile and manufactured.
I don't get the whole tiny home. Like
we're not going to get into
too small to begin with.
Okay.
You throw the dog, the wife, the kids in there. It's like
there's people that like them though. People that like them.
Well, they like the affordability.
You're
of
too
them, I
tall.
believe.
That's the issue.
I'm too tall. I don't want to bang my head in. I don't want to lift my bed to like pull my desk out. That would aggravate me.
I know, but all right, man, just keep it going. What type of marketing are you doing?
Well, right now, my best marketing has been signs. I mean, not bandit signs, but because I know the park owners, I kind of have like billboards. So I've got signs with my phone numbers on a major highway in Macon, and I get my leads that way. I mean, I get tons of leads just from 2 little signs on a highway because I know the park owner. I also do Facebook well, but it's only been 2 things: signs, Facebook, word of mouth, because I know the workmen in the park. I know other people. So between word of mouth, probably a third. Between Facebook, when I'll have a home, I'll put up on Facebook Marketplace. The other for my signs that I have on the road, because I know the park owner and they lets me put my sign right next to his. And then the other, knowing people and relationships in the park, because I know the park handyman, I know the park manager, I know the park owner. The park owner I know owns like 4 parks, and I know other people. So I know people throughout the whole mobile home ecosystem, if you will.
That's networking at its finest.
That's it. What I can also tell you, bandit signs are working in that. Okay, I'm not going to break it down, but bandit signs are working in a market. What I can tell you is hire a kid. You know, like you're not going to, if you knew bandit signs were working, I was not in the picture, you would not be going out there on the highway at 4 a.m. dropping them off, right?
No, that's what I convinced you to do early.
Yes. Find a kid for $2 a sign on areas that you know are very well. You know the popular hotspots. You know, I'm telling you, they're usually worth it. Sometimes you can zip tied. I'm the bandit sign kid. Also, maybe if you're doing mobile homes outside the country, in the country it's gonna be different. But our best tenants have always been from putting for rent signs in the stop signs outside the mobile home.
Right. That's
amazing. But yeah, that's it.
Hey, Dino, you don't look 56, by the way.
I get that all the time. I'll be 57 January. Yeah, January. I eat mostly plant-based to try to walk, you know.
There you go.
Out, you know.
Yeah.
Don't smoke, don't drink.
Skincare cream and all that fun
coconut oil.
I don't do that. So. Shows.
But yeah, man, appreciate it. Any other questions you got?
No, that's about it. If I have anything else, I'll just hop on one of these great calls. But keep up the good work, and thanks. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Also, last thing to tell you is, are you active on Facebook?
I am, but I'm not in your group. I mean, I've just been so busy, you know, like I'm finishing up a rehab deal, but I've just been busy doing the work.
What I'm telling you is, if you have time, you know, on not even in my group, just have time on Facebook, find young wholesalers, very, very new young wholesalers in your market they're like newer. Most of these kids starting out, when they get a mobile home, they don't know what to do with it, even to creative financing. Be the guy, hey, if you get a creative financing deal in, you know, whatever area, hand it to me. We'll JV on it. Facebook's a great tool to do. Yeah. A lot of kids are like, hey, I'm a wholesaler in, you know, whatever, Texas, Beaumont, Texas. Let's say that you're doing mobile homes there. Just copy and paste a message you already made. Like, hey, this is Dino. I'm looking to buy more homes. Love to JV with you. We're making like whatever a deal. Copy and paste on Facebook Messenger. I'm telling you, you'll get at least 1 or 2 deals that you're doing that.
That's a very good idea. I know I got to spend more time on Facebook. I just haven't been with all the things. I'm in some different verticals, other things non-real estate related too, but I need to hit Facebook harder. You're right.
You're too busy making money.
Yeah, just stay off TikTok, Dino.
Yeah, TikTok no. But you're busy making money. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
You watch those dances. It's like really addictive, all those dances.
It is, really, it is.
My daughter tries to get me to do those.
But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Any other questions, just hit me up. I'm always here and always here to help. I really appreciate it.
All right, thanks guys. All right, later. Bye-bye.
We got to try some paleo puffs.
Paleo puffs.
They seem good.
He's plant-based. Now, I did that for like a year and a half, but man, I gotta be honest, I was hungry and
always
more power to Dino. He's good at that, man.
But yeah,
but he looks like a 25-year-old kid. So
let's get it. So Let's get it. So next here we got Nate. Nate, what is up?
Hey, what's up, Zach? What's up, Rick? How you doing?
We're blessed.
Awesome. How you doing, Nate?
I'm doing great. I'm actually in the making market myself too. So I was just trying to, what marketing should I do? Should I do like driving for dollars? What should I do in this area?
I could tell you, like, if you're in Macon, driving for dollars do really well. Government lists, fire damage properties, man. And like we kind of said in the beginning here, it's like the best marketing is what you try and test out.
Yeah.
Some things are tried and true. I would probably try to get in some cold calling. It's really what you're most comfortable with, but I think driving for dollars is going to be really good.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna do all of them. I was gonna actually cold call, drive for dollars, all the counties, even surrounding Macon, Bibb County. So that was like really what my plan was. I just got out of high school, just quit my job, so I just saved up like about 10,000, and I'm trying to make my money stretch.
That's good, man. He's
Driving for dollars and calling, you should be good, man. I promise you.
Yeah, and then really, Nate, try to pick one in the beginning and just go all in on it and master it, and then just keep adding them. Don't try to do like 5 at once. It's going to overwhelm you. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I understand.
So, find the one you're going to be most passionate about and you can commit to, and go all in on that one first. And then you can start adding all the other ones to it. I find people try to do so many things at once.
Yeah.
And if you're new to it, it's just there's a bit of a learning curve. Even with the free wholesaling.com course, you still got to take the time and educate yourself. And you're going to have some trial and errors we talked about earlier. You're going to have to test some stuff out in your market to see what sticks. So do what like fits your personality. If you hate cold calling people and it's like your number one anxiety thing, don't start with that one.
Nope.
But it's extremely efficient. So people have this love-hate relationship with it. Like, I'm not a cold caller. That's Zach's passion. I was more of a direct mail guy and a door knocker. So find out what like fits you, and you can run with it. So you seem like an independent guy. I mean, you're fresh out of high school. You just left your job. So, I mean, what fits you? What skill set do you think you could match up on that type of marketing meeting? And that's what you want to run with right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could communicate with people, and get to know them and stuff like that. But yeah, my plan basically, I was gonna drive around and find a whole bunch of vacant houses and just cold call them. That's really what my plan really was.
Honestly, that's your fastest path.
Yeah, I think because I didn't really want to pull a list necessarily, because I want to like beat up my competitors basically. So
that'd be an issue. Like cold calling vacancy ain't gonna be the first person to do that.
No,
yeah,
I think driving for dollars would be better, man. I
think he said that.
Yeah, drive for dollars.
Driving for dollars, man. It's often overlooked. So just build up that list and find the fastest way you can connect with them. Period.
Okay, thank you. Can you also I kind of don't understand like the sub 2 creative find. Like, how would I even initiate that to a seller? Like, how would I even do that?
I'll tell you off really quick because you're gonna explain it.
I'm keeping my mouth shut so I don't go on a rant here.
No, not for a rant, but until you're starting to make like $100,000 in wholesaling, I wouldn't even put it in my rear view. You need to be focused straight up on wholesaling and actually making the money, and then you get into other things. Okay. That's my personal opinion.
So Nate, if you go to freewholesaling.com,
it's there.
We have a section on there, subject to. When you do wholesaling, like sometimes the leads pick you, you don't pick them.
Yeah.
I mean, and when a deal comes up and it doesn't kind of fit, I always attack wholesaling first. Like, I never go in with like creative financing first, because I can just switch my hat and go, hey, have you ever thought about maybe, doing it this way? So if you find someone that's not fitting in the wholesaling, but they definitely want to sell the house and maybe they have a lot of equity in it or they have a mortgage on it, go to that section, freewholesaling.com, and all you have to do is listen when it comes up. You don't have to learn everything, but just don't turn it down and go, let me give it some thought. And then that's when you got to go all in and try to figure out how to do the subject to. But subject 2's really simple. I want you to understand it's the ability to manipulate the cash flow. So if you took over someone's mortgage, they were paying $600 a month, and you could rent it out potentially for $1,200, means you could probably get a little bit more even on a owner financing when you sell it, and you're just capturing the cash flow in between. What you buy it for and what you sell it for, honestly, is just a bonus. So if you could take over someone's payment for $600 and maybe just put like $1,000 in the property. I'm not one of these guys who wants to give somebody $20,000 up front. That's suicide, in my opinion. So the whole name of the game, and I learned the old school way, is if I gave a seller $1,000 to $3,000 to take over their mortgage, and it was going to cash flow, meaning if I'm paying $600 mortgage and I'm going to get $1,200 a month, that should more than cover the expenses. And then if I'm selling it, I'm going to ask someone to put at least $10,000 or $15,000 down, and then the rest of it is, there is a little bit of a process going through it, but you understand the mechanics of it. Like you do not create creative financing. Either it's there or it's not. Like wholesaling, you got to get them to agree to do that. And that's a bit of how you can communicate, which I'm confident you can do that. But subject twos, like when they come up on creative finance, either they just fall in our laps. Like we don't even like force them. I just know how to watch out for them, but I don't even run special list or anything. Every now and then you take it over, but you always make sure you cash flow on a creative financing deal. There's people out there teaching you to put down $20,000, $30,000. If you're only going to get $10,000 or $15,000 down, you are in a negative cash flow position and you are at massive risk. I don't care what any guru sells you. It's that simple. So in this case scenario, if you could get $10,000 or $15,000 up front and cash flow on the mortgage, the goal is to obviously give the seller less than what you're collecting. And that's it. It's just the name of the game. And what happens is you learn every time one comes, it'll work. So when I did my first creative financing deals, I would identify the deal. I would just talk about the numbers and verify it. And then I went out and found somebody to either JV with me or teach me how to do the paperwork. And it was really that simple. Like I didn't like overly like work myself up with it. I find that people that take creative financing courses, they go and try to specifically hunt them. And I'm just telling you, you're better off doing wholesaling. And then when a subject to comes your way, you at least know what to look for. And then you can learn the whole thing instead of like taking this ginormous course, paying all these fees. And then you feel like you're forcing to try to do a deal. Make sure you're positive cash flow. That means whatever you pay the seller and whatever you take from your new buyer, that you're walking away with a paycheck. I do not believe in doing creative financing where you go in the hole.
Great.
Okay, thank you. And I also had one additional question. I called the Bibb County Courthouse, and they were telling me that they don't have like a list of like probates, that I would have to look up each name individually or something like that. Is that like a bunch of bullcrap, or?
They're just trying to frustrate you. Think about this. If
assume
they're a courthouse, like, they have to have a master list. Otherwise they couldn't keep their stuff organized. They're trying to just blow you off. So you're going to have to try to find a way to just push through it. And
you can also do a FOIA, to Freedom of Information Act request.
Okay.
But
I was
try to kill them with kindness, and just say, listen, you look at, you're just going to have to kill them with kindness. That's the number one complaint you're going to get on probates right now. So it's, she or he wants you to go away.
Yeah. I was going to do like what Zach said. I was going to tell her, like, I go to because there is a university like right up the street from the courthouse. I was going to say like, yeah, I'm in class and I need it for like a project or something like that.
It's supposed to be public information.
Yeah.
Just try to kill them with kindness. Try to come at them with every way. But the key is, if they know you're not going to go away and you're going to keep coming back, someone's eventually going to cave and show you how to do it.
Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys.
Just be nice. I wouldn't put, the FOIA is your final whipping stick when like people won't do it. And then if you do FOIA, it can take up to 3 months to get your request through, just for full disclosure.
Okay. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys for, giving me this information.
Of course,
man.
No worries.
Have a good Thanksgiving, man.
Thank you.
All right. You too.
Sweet. All right. So let's see here. We got Paul.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's up,
What's
Paul?
up? Doing good.
Yeah, I just wanted to jump on here and see if you guys can help me actually put together a game plan to virtual wholesale. I'm in the Akron market, but I'm looking to virtual in Columbus. So I'm thinking maybe starting off doing some texting, about 1,000 a day.
Paul, why aren't you doing Akron?
Well, actually, I live in Akron, but I'm virtual in Columbus.
Why don't you wholesale in Akron?
Well, actually, Columbus, I can get bigger spreads. I mean, it's really tight. I usually get around 10K here in Akron, but in Columbus, I could get like about 20 to 30K spreads.
Okay. Have you wholesaled in Akron before?
Yes.
Okay. And have you wholesaled in Columbus?
Yes.
And you figured out you make more money doing virtual in Columbus than actually in Akron?
Yeah. I actually closed a 33K deal texting in Columbus over the summer.
Okay.
So I put together a
I'm
plan. I
talking
just kind of,
consistently.
what's that?
I'm talking about consistently.
No, it's not consistent.
Okay. You're going to have
Right
to
now.
figure it out because I know a lot of people in Ohio that they avoid Columbus like the plague because it's very saturated and
Yeah.
consistent deals, it can get harder. And some of the places where they do less spreads, they can just push the volume like crazy. And they do very well. It's ultimately up to you, but I could tell you Columbus is way more saturated. I think you can make more profits doing Akron than Columbus. What do you think?
Now, I'm a type of guy who's I always say do your local market, and then if you're confident with a virtual market and you want to add it on top and you can handle it.
I just don't want you giving up money on the table because I feel like Columbus is getting more and more saturated every year.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the average spread in Columbus isn't 30K. It's great you did a 33K, but that's not the average spread in Columbus. I just don't want you thinking you're going to be getting 30K deals every single time.
Listen,
Yeah, no, it's just
whenever you do it local, I mean, how far apart are those two towns?
Well, he's doing virtual.
like 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
Listen, you got to be confident in the markets you do. Like all we're doing is kind of giving you advice. I'm not in Ohio, so I can't tell you. I can just, Zach gets a little bit more feedback than I do on it, but it's
I would just test both. Like, I just don't want you to throw Akron to the side. Like, I'd feel bad giving you advice for Columbus. Like, if I knew you had a good market too, I would put half my effort into it and see which one's consistently doing more.
Okay.
I would.
I just know people that virtually did Columbus and failed,
Yeah.
so I don't want you to be like that when you have a good market.
And I would give it at least a quarter to look at the results. Don't like do a 30-day snapshot and try to make a really short, sharp decision. So if you can ride out and do that, and then you can decide to either, just pick one or try to split the two up. Unfortunately, that's the decision you're going to have to make.
But yeah, what's your question? Sorry about that. I just want to make sure you got the market right there.
Yeah. So once I picked the market, texting, I want to focus on one marketing channel. So if I do the texting, send out 1,000 a day, Monday through Saturday, how many leads? Do you know how many leads that is a day? Is that like 1 to 3 maybe?
3 leads a day doing 1,000 a day is a lot. Like, I wish it was that many. Well, obviously,
define a lead so everybody understands.
I mean, someone who wants to sell their property, and qualified lead would be even shorter than that. I mean, at 3, that'd be like an appointment every single day of leads, which worth 1,000 is a lot. I'm just telling you, I'd love giving you stats. My best advice for it is my baseline here is going to be completely different than yours. I get less leads on average per 1,000 texts than the average person, but our average deals thick, like way bigger, like 50, 60K. So you need to create your own baseline. Like, that's the only thing I could tell you is create your own baseline. Because if I tell you you should be getting, a 20% response rate and you get a 19, you're going to think you're failing. And I'm just shooting stuff off the hip there. So create your own baseline and sort of see how you're doing with the marketing, because I hate saying it depends because I say it so many times, but it does depend on the list. Your ad copy is probably one of the most important parts. If your ad copy is not right, it's not going to be well. And I spent for our ad copy, we put so many new types of like ways to start a text out, and we see which ones are popping, high deliveries over 95%, and we keep those to get rid of the ones under, response rates, and we go from there.
Okay, so just test it out, maybe 3 months in one of the markets, and see where I'm at in about 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do. Make sure you get the list right and everything like that. I mean, that deal in Columbus, what list did you do to get that deal?
Yeah, so that was a vacant list off of PropStream.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do solely SMS, I mean, you're going to get faster feedback. I like 90 days for anything to look at it, so you're not missing anything. But I mean, you could probably shorten it up to 60. I mean, you don't have to do a full 90 days. A lot of times I'm talking about all the marketing mediums, but SMS and cold calling are pretty direct. So don't be spending money where if it ain't working, you're not generating leads, then you move on. But just give it more than 30 days, but no more than 90 to kind of make your broad evaluation on it.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Call. Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it.
What you got any other questions?
Oh, no, I got it from here. I appreciate it. And you guys have a great Thanksgiving.
You too. Thank
man.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks. Later.
You don't have the turkey question on anybody.
Oh, we're not asking turkey.
I'm trying to figure out how to freaking deep fry a turkey.
Okay, we're not. See, here's the thing.
When I'm not on this live next week because I'm in the hospital, you'll know why.
You ain't going to the hospital, okay? I literally have to come to your house early tomorrow to make sure you don't burn the house down.
Yeah.
I literally have to go make sure.
You're just going to sit there with the fire
You know
extinguisher
how
way
hot
to
that
get
grease
to
is?
it. I'm about to
That
find
grease,
out.
that grease, your hat falls in that grease. The whole thing's going on fire.
I don't know, man. I got sucked into
I have to
this
come
one.
early tomorrow to make sure the whole house doesn't burn
You
down.
know why? Because the wife wanted the oven to cook all the other stuff. So now I got 2 giant turkeys I got to cook in that thing. And I've done one turkey like that and I actually overcooked it, if you can believe that or not.
Okay, we're not going to break this down, but people come to us.
Send us your recipes.
No, here's the thing. People come to us because we have the HUDs. We show that we're legit in wholesaling.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to hear about the turkey. Let's say you overcooked the turkey last time. You're not the expert turkey person.
Well, you know what? The damn fire like blew out. It was so windy. So I was told 3 minutes a pound, but
in wholesaling, we call that an excuse.
I am not do not take turkey advice from me because I'm a turkey when it comes to it.
Let's get it. So let's see. We got Joe.
Feeling pressure a little from it.
Hello.
How are you?
What's up, Joe?
Oh, pretty good. How about yourself? Hi.
Every day above ground's an amazing day.
Oh yeah. Well, the question I have is, I've tried cold calling, and I mean, I just can't stand still that long to do it.
Well, walk like
and yeah. But I just bought 1,000 bandit signs, and I'm thinking about just doing them, putting like 30 out a day until I run out. I'm in the Houston area, the North Houston area.
Okay.
And I see them everywhere, but I just what do y'all think about that?
He's the bandit sign kid.
Did you already buy them?
Yeah, I've already bought them.
Okay. If you already bought them, then put them out, that's what I would just put them out. That's the only thing you can do, right?
Yeah.
Quick tip: cut the steaks in half, right? If they're like 8 steaks, cut them in half. Save you some money there. And
just a regular bolt cutter.
Yeah, put them out.
Harbor Freight.
You can put zip ties on there. I'm not going to tell you because code enforcement's going to be on my butt if I talk about that. But zip tie it, put it on the ground, whatever you want, whatever's legal in your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Do Harris County, everything around it, and just go at it. Like send them out, man. That's all I could say, right?
It works. It's you just have to be consistent. If you're consistent, you'll get them, and then you just got to find out. You know, you got to get some. The sign popo calling you. But I love
I've
bandit
had
signs.
yeah, I've had cops pull up next to me, like sheriffs and state troopers, and they'll just shine a light on me, and then they'll take off. As soon as they see what I'm doing, they don't. I mean,
Yeah.
it hasn't
Listen,
been that big of a deal yet.
I've bought probably over 200 properties just on bandit signs alone.
Yeah.
We would still do it, but they've pretty much they have an entire staff dedicated just to picking up signs all day. So like we only get like an hour and a half, 2 hours of exposure. It's not financially feasible anymore. But whenever we had a sign stay out like 3 days, we destroyed it.
What I can tell you is we don't know it's gonna be good or not. You just got to put it out.
Yeah. So I think the theme of today is you're going to have to, you've already bought the signs, you've done the investment. So just put them in and have fun with it. Put them out there. Another thing is we always put signs in everybody's cars. I even put them in my wife's car. She hated it. He would have signs in his car. I'd have my signs, and like we spread it out. So like when you go to dinner, you stick one out there. But
here's the thing too. Where you put the sign is almost as important as like answering and everything. So Houston's great. You got to figure out what markets you got to be putting them in. So Woodlands, I think, is decent. You know, you got to find out where the wholesaling is really good in Houston. Start putting them out in those areas.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to go east one day.
Okay.
If you're in Beaumont, I would put 200 in Beaumont. Yeah. I think it is. That's an amazing market. It's part of my top 25.
And Beaumont, okay.
Katy, Texas, amazing market, man. Those just around those areas, man. You just drive around and get it, man.
And look for like any type of Walmart. They're golden. The traffic's ridiculous.
Stop signs.
Any big box stores, a stop sign, wherever you can get the most traffic. Walmart's one of my favorites. The amount of exposure coming through your sign in Walmart, and they don't have time to pick up your sign like every other day.
Home Depot.
Any of the big coffee shop, anything that's got a high traffic with a big parking. Because remember, everyone's got to come in and out of that parking. They got to wait in line, and they just stare at your sign. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
It works. One of my favorite ways. I just the problem is when it gets really good and others start doing it, they kind of abuse it, and that's when they come to a no sign policy. Yeah. But if you can get away with it and you see them out there, run for it. Because I'm telling you guys, if you guys can put out bandit signs, it's golden. And see those, you don't have to buy 1,000 signs. You can go out and find some blank signs and order them. Go get one of those big fat Sharpies at Home Depot. They're like $2 or $3. And just write them out and make sure you're in an open vented room, because it's, the smell is a lot. And here's the other thing, guys, only write on one side. These new signs, you can see through them. If you print on both sides, it kind of screws up the message a little bit. So
well,
get them out there,
cut your
sticks in half.
I got like for 89 cents, the big ones, the 18 by 24, I think.
You're talking to a guy
I got it for like 80
shop because I put out so many. We ran tens of thousands of them. Like we had so many signs, we had entire warehouses dedicated to them. So it was because we thought we could go all in on that, and they basically outlawed it in our town. So
you just gotta go out there and put them out. Like that's our advice. You got this, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Let us know how you do.
I enjoy y'all's content.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man.
We're trying our best out here.
Yeah,
go do it. I'm telling you, man. Just it's fun. It's exciting. You'll get calls, and that's what you need to get motivated sellers calling you. So you just got to put out those signs. So you did the hard part. You paid for it and you ordered it. Now you just got to go out there and apply them and do them, and just keep consistently putting them out. We talk about consistency today. It's just when we did signs, it was consistent. It was like every We used to go like Saturday mornings when I was teaching him. When he used to do like wrestling tournaments, we threw signs in the car, and every time we went to a new town, we stuck it in. It was awesome.
But yeah, put them out, and you can do well.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks
Thank
for your
you.
help. All right. Bye.
Did you see that one up there?
Hold on. What?
Yeah, it's 6:33.
Oh, yeah, we're getting to the
I know.
answers. We're getting to all of them.
Okay.
So make sure. Hold on. See if Khalil's on. Khalil, you're back on?
Calling you.
All right. Never mind.
He's probably busy cooking a turkey, man.
Oh my gosh. We got this turkey talk. All right. So let's get it. Loopy says he's in Houston. That's awesome. Thank you guys for doing the live. No, the Groovy wants to go live today, so we'll go live.
Get your turkey on.
So important question here from M. Hersey. Zach and Rick, I have a lead. Property does not really need much to it. Comps are 100K. All comps are pretty much same, not high quality, just rent and ready clean. She has a balance on a property of 65. How do you go about it? So if the property sold for 100, like under it, right?
It's basic math. And remember, go for no on your first one. And, you kind of know what your room is on it. So you just got to have a conversation with the seller and, see what you can get it done for.
My answer is how much they need to get out of the property. Do they need 5,000 after everything? Do they need 10? Get the price out of them and go from there. A deal like that, if it's 100, most buyers will probably want to pay 80 to 85.
Yeah, depending on your market.
Now if they want to take 75, then you're making 5-10K. Not bad, The equity is a tad lower there, but not too bad. So you got it, bro.
Just got to see what they need to get out of it.
That's exactly. So let's get it. Khalil is back.
He's back. Kinda.
Khalil,
you there? Khalil. Maybe if I hold up a sign, the sticky sign's not.
All right.
I tried, man.
Everyone's watching him.
There he is. He's coming. He's got to unmute himself.
Hey, what's up?
We got you. Hey, you have a YouTube pop in the background too. If you can take that off.
Hey, you guys. Happy early Thanksgiving.
What is up? Khalil, you have the YouTube in the back. If you can turn that off.
Oh, yeah. In the background. Okay, yeah. There we go.
Awesome, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't think
can you hear me? Can you see me?
The camera's working, but whatever. No,
we can hear you.
Awesome. What's up, guys? Happy early Thanksgiving.
Hey, Khalil, do me a favor. I'm gonna kick you out, and if you come back in, the camera's not working for some reason. For you.
Yeah, well, actually, no, probably. I think it's dark. Hold on. Let me turn the light on.
He must have blackout shades.
I need to get some. Oh, the sun came up.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Perfect, man.
There you go. Now we see you.
So, yeah, what's up, man? How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Awesome. I think we've talked, but I don't think you've ever talked.
That's okay. That's awesome.
It's been quite a bit.
What's going on, man?
About a week or so. Doing pretty good. Man. I've been working so far, working some lists. I work a lot, so and I work at Xfinity. So I'm pretty much there like all day long. And what I've done recently, because I've done this enough to pretty much know what I have to do every single day, right? I've been texting these people, talking to these people. For me, mostly cold call and texting, and that's for and probably one of the most competitive out there. county. So, but yeah. Besides that, I have I have help. So I have help pretty much texting and calling for me, and I'm starting to get leads.
Okay.
But
All right, man.
I haven't.
What's going on with it though?
Let me check. I haven't gotten any great leads. I got this one guy. He pretty much I mean, if I really want to, well, you can't really force a deal, but he's trying to fix up his house and like he's gonna lose it. So that's one lead that I gotta talk to him again. He wanted to talk to his wife.
How long was the last time since you've called him?
It's been about 3 days, 4 days. I talked to him. When's the last time I talked to him? I talked to him on Thursday of last week.
Bro, let me tell you this right now. I'm not married, never been married. You're married. How often do you talk to your wife, my mom? Every day, right? It doesn't take 4 days to talk to your wife, okay? Usually you guys live in the same house.
It's a dream.
Usually you sleep in the same bed with each other. Like, you guys talk. Like, bro, you need to call.
I'm sure. Where are you going with this?
What I'm trying to say is when they say to talk to their wife, it should be a next day thing, right? Like, it's not where you need 3 or 4 days. So Friday probably, because tomorrow's Thursday. Friday morning, give him a call.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give him a call?
With him. Let's see. I think I would have to take a look at the deal again.
So what are two things happen when they do that? Either they're going to run out of excuses on you, or they're going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You have to walk them down that funnel. The longer of a rope you give them, the more painful this is going to be. Your job is to get them to try to get to a decision. Sometimes people have legitimate reasons, like they're just not ready to sell. You just got to find a nice way to approach them about it. It is about being confrontational, but listen, you're not paid. This isn't, you're trying to make things better in your life. So you're busting your ass at work doing everything, and you're doing this on your own time, and eventually it will shift. But when you're spending your time, you're not paid by the hour. So you got to walk them down that funnel. So they called you, they've some signs of motivation. They've given you, I got to talk to my wife, my lawyer, my friend, whatever. Just set a date. Say, listen, that's fine. I'll call you back in a couple of days, and make sure you follow up. And you're going to find they're going to give you another excuse. Eventually, what happens? People just run out of excuses on you. Your job is to kind of walk them to the truth. Because after a while, have you ever given someone an excuse and then they come back to you and you're like, oh crap, I used that excuse. And at the point you get like, okay, listen, I'm just not sure I'm ready to sell or something like that. You're better off getting a hard no sometimes from people and just moving on and putting them in your follow-up. But you give them the benefit of the doubt of the excuse, but you have to walk them through it. You have to, you are the hammer, they're the nail. You have to drive it, and you got to get to it. The most frustrating thing in wholesaling to me is when people just don't tell you the truth. I accept it. What percentage of people you think we deal with don't tell us the truth right off the bat, on average?
50.
More than 50% of the people.
More, but yeah.
So you're kind of an investigator. You're walking through, like after a while, if you bust them on a lie, they go like, wait a minute, you told me that last week. You already talked to her. And this is where your conversation comes in. Tell me what's really going on. What can I help you with? What's the struggle here? And that's when they have their kind of like coming to Jesus moment. Like, listen, here's my frustration. I want to sell, my wife doesn't. I don't know how to get past her. And that's simply where I go, why don't we bring your wife on the call and see if we can kind of walk through her thought process.
Another important part is if you got to look through the deal.
I actually ended up.
Go ahead.
I actually ended up talking to the wife later on that day, um, it was kind of quick. Uh, we didn't talk for too long. She literally kind of cut me off more towards the end. She's, she's like, "Oh, they're kind of busy doing something." It's like that. So I was like, "Okay," I kind of take it from there. But yeah, no, that's it's definitely a that I definitely gotta call back because they they're basically about to lose the house.
Hey, Dino,
As
what,
we were,
is it? Oh, Clay, I'm sorry. I mixed up. What's your reason for wholesaling? Like, what's your why?
my why?
Yeah.
Well, I wanna my my big for wholesaling is to move to rental properties, to actually own real estate and have some cash flowing real estate. That is my actual goal for wholesaling.
But so it comes to like, what's your why? Like, what's your
And
ultimate?
why are you doing that? Why do you
Why are
want
you doing
cash
it?
flowing houses?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Well, my family. I have a son. I have a 7-year old boy, and I have a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old girl. So I have a lot to take care of, and I would definitely like to make life a lot easier for them.
Okay, so do you see how like you kind of gave me one answer, and I pushed forward to get to the truth of like what's really going on. You have to take that same tenacity, and you have to do it. Don't accept people's first answer they give you and just go, "Oh, tell me a little bit more." Like, why is it you want to sell the house? If you can get that emotional connection, you'll get more information from them to help them make a decision. It'll also help you evaluate the deal.
Most sellers, you ask like why, they'll say, "Oh, because I want cash flowing properties." You keep talking to them, you're gonna find the real reason.
See,
Same
money
exact
always
thing.
translates to something. You want financial freedom. You want more time with your family. You want to set an example for your kids. It's
If your motivated sellers sold basically just on price, they'd be listing the property, right?
they would be.
If they're not for a reason.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out.
I want you to take that passion when you talk to them, and behind every real estate is a story of a person. You got to get to the story. The real estate is just it's just a number. It's a mathematic problem. It's the emotion that's going to make the difference for you. So what I need you to do is that video we play in the beginning. You might want to hit that up before you go. It just people love like I know listen I've had 2 kids. They're grown now. It's a lot of work, man. These kids are a lot of work. And you go out there and bust your ass every day putting food on that table, and I commend you because I did the exact same thing you did. I ran the corporate job, and I did this on the side the nights and the weekends. So I know the struggle. What I'm giving you some polite criticism here is get that energy level up when you talk to them. People they want to connect with you, and you got to have them connect. I get it. You want cash flowing properties to free financial doors for you and your family. It's more time with them. So you're going to have to put that energy in getting those answers and getting past to like kind of their BS answers and like, hey, really, you ever have your daughter where like kind of they beat around the bush? You go, what's really going on? Tell me what's going on. They'll tell you a story about what's going on at school or a kid's picking on them, and then you give them solutions to help them with it. But if you don't get to the truth, you can't give them a solution. You have to take that same tenacity, that same intensity, and do it with your leads.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
I'm telling you, Clay, you're on the right path. You're doing all the motion stuff. Just put the energy into it. And remember, every time you're sitting there pushing through, trying to get an answer of someone you think is kind of lying to you, think of your kids. Think of what you're doing. You're trying to change things in your family, and I commend you for it. But you're already there, dude. Just just push them towards the truth, the emotional connection, and that's how you get through these people. We always talk about our ability to connect with people. It's because we push to get to the truth, and we look for that emotional lever. And I'm not looking to take advantage of them. I'm looking to actually help them out.
And most importantly, if there's a guy talk to wife, call him the next day. You gotta go after it hard. Speed is everything in this business.
Yeah.
You got it though, man. You got the leads coming in. You got everything flowing in. It's just your chance now to go and to close these deals.
What else? So I've been on other than that, that was the first one. I've had I've got about two more good ones.
Okay.
I'm trying to look at my text messages now. I've got one right now. Well, exactly that. I gotta kind of dig out the why, because I got somebody that's texting me back right now.
Okay.
Let me check it.
So you understand what we're telling you is like knowing your why and then finding out their why. That's half the battle here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody you're talking to, eventually they're calling you back. You know they probably want to sell their property. Like, so you get to the reason why. A motivated seller is selling for a reason other than get the highest bidder. You already know that. So you have to get through it. You have to be a detective. You have to be a, what do they call it? Kind of a welfare worker, just trying to help people walk through some of their issues in life. Some people just, social workers. Some people just want you to go with speed. Some people don't want your drama. Like there's so many different hats we have to wear. And it's like, once you get to it, you can do it. Then it's just about putting a number and having some commonality to see if you can get there. Not every deal is going to work out. It can't. If it was, we all wouldn't be sitting here on this mastermind right now. So
exactly.
You got this, man. Just take that tenacity, get the why, make sure you're clear on yours, and go get their why, and keep pushing through. And you need to do it for your kids. I commend you for what you're doing. You're going to get there. Just keep driving. You are on like the 5-yard line. You just got to punch through the goal line.
Stay hard on those leads, though. Stay hard on them. Keep calling. I would, between you and me, if my why was like that, I don't have any kids, but if I had 2 kids, I would be even going harder trying to like get more money. I wouldn't even let these sellers breathe. I'd be calling them all the time. And what's the worst they're going to say? Khalil cares too much.
Yeah. And you know what? You'll find out. Like somebody asked me, "Oh, when are you too aggressive?" I go, "They'll let you know."
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to be a little bit aggressive. But then you could be on the other side. You can be too kind and too polite.
Yeah.
And you don't get anywhere. So you got to find what the mix is. But if you're just trying to get to the truth, I love when a seller just says, Rick, I'm not selling you my house. I'm just kind of like, thank you. I can move on with my life.
Yeah.
We get to the finality of it. I can't stand when people play with me, but we have to play the game a little bit. I just need you to be the hammer and them to be the nail. And remember, it's for their own good. A lot of times we help people out. They just don't, they're procrastinators. That's why they're typically selling you the house. So.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I have one right now that I think this one's kind of more so like a game. Hold on, I'm trying to check. I'm trying to look into the lead right now.
Yeah, I mean, as we're talking, like the most important part here.
Yeah, as we're talking.
It's like there's not much coaching we give to them. It's just going out there, calling, and getting the contract. Like it's action needs to be taken, and that's the most important part. And obviously, it's like you want to be the go-getter there, and like, oh, I'm gonna close this deal on Thanksgiving at night. It's like it ain't gonna work.
No, it's just
like,
it's
know your limit, but like just go after it. Friday, Saturday call. I wouldn't be. Like I literally said, I wouldn't letting these sellers breathe. They're getting calls from me all the time, and just checking in. That's how you get these deals.
Yeah, I've called a seller 50 plus times just to let you know. Because like honestly, once I put in all the time, the work, and the energy, it's up to me to get that reward from my family. And if you tell them you're calling them next Friday at 8 p.m., you better make sure at 7:59 you're ringing that phone. You can't just go, I'm going to call and like, I'll see when I do it. Just do it. Like, at least you'll get to an answer or you get further down that funnel. A lot of these touches, it takes 9, 10, 12, 15 times, but we've done 50, 60. We've done drive-bys, 15, 20, 30 times. It's just not everyone's that easy. Some people are organized, but for a lot of part, the people we deal with, their life's sometimes a mess, and we just want to help them out. We're not taking advantage. We're helping them out. We want to put money in their pocket, get that asset sold, and solve a problem for them. So
Couldn't say it better.
get through your leads. Connect back with us. You know where to find us, and let us know the results. But I want you to take that attitude. Me and Zach showed it to you, and that's what you need to press for. This is what people pay $10,000 for a course to get that push over the edge. I'm giving it to you for 100% free. I'm telling you. Because you have it. You've done everything else. Just take the ball across the goal line. You're there. I'm confident you can do it. You got to be confident in yourself.
I am, man. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it.
Man.
I don't care how long it takes.
Okay. Any turkey tips before we go? Oh my gosh. I'm asked to ask.
I'm vegan. Well, I'm vegetarian, not vegan.
Martin, dude.
He saw Dino's skin. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he saw Dino. Dino's looking.
Dino 56, man. He looks like he's
24.
46. Yeah, I'm like, wow. You're smart, man.
But appreciate it, man. So, any last questions before we hop off here?
No, that's it. I'll check back with you guys.
Okay.
All right. Khalil, thank you so much for watching us, for the support. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is your part now to go out there and get the deal sold. Get the deal locked up, and you got this, man.
You got it, bud.
I'll bring it to you guys if I can't find anybody.
All right, bro. Get it, man. Solve a problem. Help the people out. You'll make the money. I promise you.
You got it.
All right.
Have a great one, man. Stay blessed. Thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. All right. That's awesome.
Some good coaching calls today. Did I just say that word? Ow.
It is a coaching. We're coaching for free. It's a free one-on-one coaching calls, right? Like, that is what it is.
Yeah.
That is what we're doing today. So at the end of the day, guys, like, when it comes down to making real, legit money in wholesaling real estate, I think the number one word today has been consistency. Consistently marketing, consistently following up with your leads, and consistently adding cash buyers. At the end of the day, if you're not consistent in it, you will not get the results that you truly deserve. And you got to go out there and consistently do it.
And to be consistent, you're going to have to implement your own discipline. Discipline is just setting a timeline and getting it done no matter what happens. Like, obviously take care of your family first, but if you're doing cold calls from 6 to 8 p.m., then you do it. And if your goal is to do 300 or 500, and then just every day set it like clockwork. I think the tagline saying is, discipline is the ultimate form of self-love. Everybody thinks discipline so hard. It will give you the rewards. It will make you consistent. To be consistent, you have to discipline yourself.
Discipline equals freedom. Completely agree with that statement. Guys, consistently on everything. So Khalil's problem there was actually consistently marketing. He got the marketing.
Yeah, he's there.
He had to consistently follow up.
He's at that 5-yard line. He's trying to run an RPO. He doesn't know the pass.
We're not getting in football terms, but I tell you right now, Tony, right now, in today's wholesaling environment, speed is important. Empathy is important. We preach about these things on this channel consistently on your marketing, consistency in your marketing. But then another big thing I don't think we talk about too much is a belief in yourself. If you have the belief in yourself, you can do it. You'll have the confidence to go out there and get it going. So I'm pumped up for you guys. Like, this is the perfect time in your life. I don't care how old you are. You could be 9 years old watching this. You'd be 15 watching this. This is the perfect time to get things going in wholesaling. So I am jacked up. Like, this is the time to get it going, guys. Could be the day that you decide to just turn it on and get it going for wholesaling. So I'm pumped up. I'm jacked up for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Just blessings on blessings. I really appreciate it, guys. Again, any value, smash that like button and subscribe. Truly appreciate it, guys. Check out freewholesaling.com. Freewholesaling.com it's where everything's at. If you want to learn wholesaling real estate, that is where it's at.
Do they have to wait till Black Friday to get it? Or?
It's all free, guys. So hop on there, guys. Check it out. Truly appreciate it. The sign off here, tell you right now,
call it Free Friday.
Free Friday. Quick announcements, guys. Friday, we're going to have either you and me are going to go on again, or either you. Just check what we're going to do there. We're going to be talking about ARVs. We haven't done a video on ARV in a while, and pushing comps. That'll be a fun one. Tomorrow, there's going to be no live. Turkey Day, I'll be in a food coma. I won't be able to move. So
pumpkin pie.
There will be, and a lot of pumpkin pie. So we got a nice recorded video on there. I think it was a vlog. I got to figure out which video we're going to do tomorrow, but it's all scheduled out for you guys. There'll be 2 videos coming at you tomorrow. Don't worry. At 10 a.m. and then one at 5 p.m. like we always do. It won't be a live, though. It'll be a recorded video. So let's get it going, guys. It is currently 7:06 p.m. just to show the gurus what's up. We always do this live. So really appreciate it, guys. Hit us up on Instagram, everywhere. See you guys Thursday. Hop on live. Truly appreciate it. Let's get the free wholesaling video and get it going.
Have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Stay blessed. Hey guys, Zach Ginn here from Flip with Rick. And after helping tens of thousands of people get started in wholesaling real estate and helping so many people out go from $0 to $100,000 in wholesaling real estate, I'm super excited to announce my new wholesaling mastery course. This wholesaling mastery course will have everything step by step on the whole entire wholesaling processes. I'm going to give you real deal examples. I'm going to hold your hand throughout the whole wholesaling process. This course will give you everything you need to know to make up to $100,000 to over $1 million per year in wholesaling real estate profits. Most real estate gurus out there will charge you around $5,000 for a course like this. But today, if you click on the link, you'll get my wholesaling mastery course for the low price of
Sellout.
What?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I knew you would do this. I knew you were going to go the course route with the guru. It goes against everything we've preached from day one. Don't be a sellout.
The course is free.
What?
The course is free. I'm giving it for free.
Oh, I apologize. Carry on.
Jeez. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, duh. Do you think I'm going to go sell out as like a regular guru selling you a course? I'm not trying to make money off of you guys. Guys, over here, all you got to do is click there to just sign up. No gimmicks, nothing. Absolutely for free. It's a free wholesaling course. Literally, I've seen every single wholesaling course. I have access to all the 10,000 mentorships. Guys, I literally copied them step by step. I literally have an entire course set out just for you for wholesaling real estate. Click on that and let's get started.